Before I start this video, I want to make a quick disclaimer. This video is a true crime video. However, this true crime case talks heavily about emotional abuse, physical abuse, neglect. I'm gonna put like all of the abuse types up here. So if that is something that may trigger you, please do not watch this video. I will also put some timestamps at somewhere in the video if you guys want to skip anything, because I will be watching and reacting to a couple videos, but I won't be showing them while I'm reacting to them. Instead, I will be putting the videos at the end of the video in case you guys want to watch them for yourself. Okay, now let's get started. 8 passengers. I'm sure you guys have heard of 8 passengers. 8 passengers. Have you guys heard of them? Have you guys heard of maybe 8 passengers, maybe Ruby Franke, maybe Jodi Hildebrandt? Does anything ring a bell? Well, if 8 passengers does not ring a bell, let's go over what that is. Now, today's case is actually about 8 passengers. Now, what is 8 passengers? 8 Passengers is a family vlog channel that was created in January 7th, 2015 by Ruby Franke. The channel reached 1 million subscribers in August of 2023, later 2 million before it got shut down. Sorry, a little bit of lighting change. They currently have 26.6 thousand subscribers. Now, why did the channel get shut down? We'll get into that in a little bit. Now, Ruby has a total of 6 children, 3 of which are currently minors and 3 are young adults. Now, I will only be mentioning the names of the young adults. I won't be mentioning any of the names of the minors for privacy reasons. When I do mention the minors, I will be mentioning the first initial. Now, Abby, which is the youngest of the adults, 19, Chad, 21, and Shari, who is the oldest, 23. Now, why did 8 passengers get taken down? That's probably what everyone's thinking. Now, on August 29th, 2023, who was 12 at the time, knocked on his neighbor's door saying he's hungry and thirsty. He asked the man to call 911. He escaped from the porch of Jodi Hildebrandt's house. R had wounds and tape on both of his wrists and ankles. The 911 operator asks R where his mom and dad are, and he says his dad doesn't live in the area and he doesn't know where his mom is. R says a 10 and 14-year-old is still at the house. His neighbor says, and I quote, "She's a bad lady. We just didn't know how bad." Now, there is a link to the video, and I'm going to play it for you guys. So.
The address of your emergency. Okay, and the phone number you're calling from. Tell me exactly what's happened.
I just had a 12-year-old boy show up here at my front door asking for help. And he said he just came from a neighbor's house, and we know there's been problems at this neighbor's house. He's emaciated, he's got tape around his legs, he's hungry, and he's thirsty.
Is your door locked?
No, I'm sitting outside with him on the front patio. And he asked us to call the police. So he's very afraid. What's your last name?
So I'm gonna pause that real quick. They bleeped this out, but his last name is obviously Franke.
He's 12 years old. Yes.
Okay, and can you ask him his date of birth?
Can you tell me your birthday?
Okay, and are the neighbors out of their home, or is anybody looking for them that you can see?
No. Our homes are far enough away. I'm not sure. How did you get out of the house?
Porch. He went out.
He said you just left through the porch. neighbor's house. Her name is Jodi Hildebrandt, and she lives 2 doors up the street. Yeah, I think I entered the house so far apart, so he walked just under the block to get to our house. He rang my doorbell and asked me to call the police.
Does he seem to be under the influence of drugs or alcohol?
I don't think so, but he's...
Feeling?
I don't think he needs an ambulance. I'll let the cops decide that, but his ankles are taped up and he won't tell us why.
Okay.
But he has duct tape around each ankle.
It's because he's scared.
Yeah, there's
That's why
sores around him. I think there's a good chance he's been...
He also said...
Oh, and he has them around his ankles. I mean, his wrists as well. Okay, this boy has been... This kid is obviously been... I think he's been detained. He's obviously covered in wounds.
Okay. Let's get the paramedics headed over that way, okay?
Oh, that's a good idea, too.
Let's see. Has he told you where his mom or dad are?
Haven't asked him that. Yeah. You know where your mom is? Yeah, I'm sure that doesn't matter, son. Do you know where your mom and dad are?
Well, actually, I don't know where my mom is, but I do know where my dad is. He's not anywhere here.
Yeah, so he does say that, well, actually, I don't know where my mom is, but I do know where my dad is. He's actually nowhere near this area. We later do find out where his mom is. Where, you know.
Don't worry.
Okay. No, he doesn't seem to. He usually knows where his mom is, but...
He doesn't know where his dad is.
That's correct.
Is his mom home?
He doesn't live
He just says he doesn't live around here.
Is his
Yeah,
mom
we're
in
just...
the area?
Is your mom around here? You seen her lately? He doesn't know where she is right now.
Does he know his mom's name?
What's your mom's name? Ruby Franke? Ruby Franke is his mom's name.
Okay. How do you spell the last name?
F-R-A-N-K-E.
Franke.
Okay. And does she live in the area?
No, I'm not sure where she lives. He's trying to help us, but he's...
Okay. We don't want to stress him out too much. The officers will go over all these questions with him anyway. I just want to stay on the phone with you until we get some help there, okay?
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name is...
Can you ask him if any other children were in the home he came from?
Okay. Was there any other kids up at Jodi's house? Anybody else? No, I would... Yeah, this is the 30th of, or excuse me, the 29th of August.
It'll be the 30th of August.
Today.
10 and 14, and they're still at this house.
So this was later debunked because when the cops searched Jodi's house, they only found the 10-year-old, and I want to call her the 9-year-old because she technically turns 10 at that time in a week. So I don't know, I'm gonna call her a 10-year-old, but yeah. There was no 14-year-old found at the house. I don't know if... I think R was telling the truth because Jodi, later on when they searched the house, Jodi said, like, Jodi flips out and she's like, I have an Airbnb guest. Like, I probably freaked her out. We later on find out who that guest is. I'm sure you guys can guess. But anyway, I'm trying not to spoil too much. I don't like spoiling too much.
Are they tied up as well?
What's the deal with, are they being held? Do they have wounds on them as well?
Nothing bad going on with us.
Okay. Okay. So they're able to walk around the house and everything? Oh, okay. He says everything's fine with them. Grain salt.
So I think that one is a lie. She doesn't want anyone to find out. Like, at all. Because he's scared. It's a lie because he didn't tell him, like, what happened to his ankles and wrists. And he's like, oh yeah, everything's fine with with those kids, like, at the house. He doesn't want anyone to know.
He says what's happened to him is his fault.
Sad to hear. They're coming to you as quick as they can, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Really
Yeah,
well. I just want to make sure.
He's fine. I've got him sitting here. My wife, we got him water and something to give him something to eat because he's hungry and just a young man. He's hearing his stocking feet. So he escaped.
Well, I'm glad that he was able to make it to you.
On their way.
To be safe. They should just be pulling up now. Let me know when they're with you, okay?
Will do. I hear a car, but they're not coming on the driveway. You did just enjoy that banana, okay?
Yeah, he
You
just
did the right thing.
seconds ago, so he might be waiting for his partner. I'm not sure.
Is Jodi up there right now? Okay. Jodi Hildebrandt is up there right now.
Okay.
So she may come looking for him here soon, but he's not gonna, obviously. We need the cops here as soon as possible.
I'm just asking where he is now.
Yeah, she's a bad lady. I didn't realize how bad.
So he does say earlier that they've had problems with her before, but they didn't realize how bad she is.
Okay, let's see. I'm just asking where he is. Well, sounds like he's making a phone call real quick to his sergeant. He is going to head out.
Okay. All right. Well, if we have to take him inside the house, we will. We're just sitting outside right now because we have chairs out here and it was convenient.
That's okay. If anything, you said
Okay. How did we get here? You might be thinking, how the heck did we get here? Well, you guys know how I said Ruby is a family vlogger? Family and YouTube vlogger should not go together. They are a separate thing. Family, YouTube. Family, YouTube, whole separate thing. I have here clips that Ruby has said. By the way, I didn't get to say the minors first initials names. So we have R, E, and J. Okay, so somebody made a compilation of a video called 8 Passengers' Worst Moments Part 1. And if you guys want, I can also, if I can find the part 2, I can put that up there, but here we are. I also try to refrain from adding my opinions in here, adding my thoughts and opinions. But obviously, if you guys, please feel free to add your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Okay, now let's start.
They're gonna think you're torturing him. Stop it. I know you're not, but it looks like you are. Okay. I'm only gonna say it one more time, and then you're gonna lose the privilege to eat dinner. What are you doing over there? No texting at the dinner table. No texting.
What is here? Let me see it.
I see it.
We should clarify that in our house, all our kids know that cell phones are free game for parents, so we can monitor safety.
Yeah, no kid.
Okay, I understand that. Obviously, I'm posting this at the end of the video, but what he's doing, so Ruby's husband, who was Kevin, what he's doing right now is like they're vlogging.
Ever said, yay, I'm so glad my parents read my text messages. He said, no.
What is this? I really like you. Hold on.
I did not say that.
How do you work this stupid phone?
The only downside to giving your kids a flip phone is I swear I have to remember how to work it every time I go through it. Who are you texting?
No one.
Any girlfriend?
Whoa, I really like you. I saw you in my dreams last night.
I'm telling you, it's not her, it was her brother. Look, go down. She said, I'm so sorry.
That doesn't make it any better. None of this makes it any better.
I saw you in
Oh my gosh, sorry, that was my brother. What is the nature of your relationship with this individual? I mean, there's like 300 texts in here.
You know.
Do you like her, or do you just like her? She's a new friend.
That is really, really messed up. I don't know.
I seen him with her, and he likes her.
Work.
Does she like you back?
Probably. No, she thinks he's annoying.
My bedroom was taken away for 7 months, and then you gave it back like a couple of weeks ago.
I don't think our viewers know that.
Sleeping on a beanbag.
I was sleeping on a beanbag since October. And they gave my room back like 2 weeks ago. I'll give you the reason why I lost my bedroom. I think so. I think this is the reason. At least this is the reason that's in my head. So pretty funny, but now I look back at it, it's pretty depressing.
No, we never told our viewers.
That I woke up 2 in the morning and told him that we're going to Disney and he has to pack. And he got up and made his bed all neatly and then packed all his clothes in a suitcase. And then he walked out the door and he was like, what? And he's all happy. Has his sunglasses on.
Do you think it's funny? Because
And then I walked out.
if you think it's funny, then that was 7 months ago. Maybe you need longer without a bedroom.
It was funny.
Big bedroom, and Chad got the smaller bedroom, and the bigger bedroom also had a bathroom. But what you guys didn't know was Chad didn't get any room. He didn't get anything. He was sleeping on the floor in the family room. We took the phone away from in November. And you may never get the phone back.
Probably not.
No, I have no friends.
You can play with friends.
No.
Wait, what did he say? I didn't catch it.
And you may never get the phone back.
Probably not.
No, I have no friends.
Chad just said he has no friends. That's sad.
You can play with friends.
No, like I don't have friends.
I don't have friends either.
I literally.
Okay, so now they both don't have friends.
Like told my friends I'm not hanging out with them anymore.
Because those boys.
They're pretty messed up stuff.
So they both said because they're rude. So a lot of people, there's a couple people who I watched and they've come up to with the conclusion that the reason why they ended the friendship with them is most likely because they were like, hey, your mom's abusive. And Chad didn't like it. Like, the kids didn't like it, so they're like, yep, no, my mom's not abusive, my mom's fine. Because, like, here's the thing, when you're abused, you're brainwashed you're brainwashed into that mindset where you're like thinking, oh, this is normal. This is a normal reaction to this behavior, this is a normal punishment that I'm supposed to be getting for this behavior. So, getting no bed, like having no bed as a punishment just for pranking your little sibling, for going to make them think they're going to Disneyland, that's not a good punishment. This is what you should do instead of saying like, hey, no bed. Hey, can you please not do that anymore? You shouldn't kind of, what?
I don't even know where they live. They're pretty far away.
So, summer goal, become the best athlete I possibly can.
If you cut one more thing in my house, I'm going to take the scissors, look at me, and I'm going to cut its head off.
Grandma, you're so mad.
So what are you going to do?
Are you going to cut anything else? No.
You promise? Look at Mama. I just got...
Are you okay? Like...
text message from a teacher, and she said that I can't pack a lunch today, and can I bring a lunch over to the school? This happens quite often when you're raising children, because I know that her teacher is uncomfortable.
As you should also be as a mother, a parent of, you know, your child who didn't pack a lunch and who's probably hungry, but, you know, and apparently you're not uncomfortable,
with her being hungry and not having a lunch, and it would ease her discomfort if I came to the school with a lunch. But I responded and just said I was responsible for making her lunches and she actually told me she did pack a lunch. So and hopefully nobody gives her food and nobody steps in and gives her a lunch.
Are you okay? So does Kevin Franke, her husband, is he all aware about this? Yeah, he was, you know. So on August 30th, 2023, police searched the house of Ruby Franke and arrested her. Ruby said nothing the entire time except during the interrogation. She said, I'll wait till I have a lawyer. And I've already told you, because cops kept asking her questions. And here is the video of that.
Okay, so I'm gonna be
You want to put up my vehicle?
yeah, you want. Okay, just place your hand on your back for me. Perfect. And then right now I can put a finger in each of these, okay? And I'm just gonna double up this so they don't tighten up on you on the way out there. You don't have anything on you that I should know about, correct? Any weapons, anything that we're gonna find. Before you put you in a police vehicle, we need to search your person to make sure you don't have anything on you. Is there anything you have on you? Okay, I'm gonna search you before we put you in his car. That's just protocol, so I'm just gonna have you step right over here and then just widen your legs, widen your stance. Yep, perfect. Are you wearing your bra? Okay, I'm just gonna go like this through and make sure you don't have anything. You say you're not wearing your bra? Okay. Is that just like a tank top under here? Okay. Just lift up your hair. Okay. Alright, you're just gonna walk with Officer Hines. Come sit on this side. Thank you. Was this your order? first, do you live down here, or? Or do you live up north? Do you want to talk to me about where you live, or how many kids you have? So we just spoke with your husband, and he said you guys have 6 kids. Are those all together? Are those all your kids? I can wait all day, so it's up to you if you want to talk to us about what's going on. Would you feel more comfortable talking to one of us?
Or do you want me to step out for now?
Or if you feel more comfortable talking to him, I can step out.
I'll wait till I have a lawyer.
Okay. So, you don't want to talk to us at all? Do you want to answer that? Or you don't want to talk to us about anything?
So, yeah, this is just your chance to tell us. We're just trying to get your side of the story. So it's your chance to do that. But it's up to you. We're just going to talk. And, I mean, I'm not asking any criminal questions. If you don't want to talk to us, just let us know and we'll be done.
I've already told you.
You want a lawyer? Okay.
That's pretty much all there is to that video. So when searching Ruby's house, they did find her diary, which I will be reading. I will actually make a separate video on that because it's a long diary and it's touches on a lot of sensitive topics. So, but let's first figure out what happens to what happened at Jodi Hildebrandt's house, because R ran away from that house. So, who is Jodi Hildebrandt? Jodi was a licensed clinical mental health counselor. So I do actually have her license right here. The matter of the license of Jodi Nan Hildebrandt, Utah license to practice as a clinical health counselor in the state of Utah. So respondent's license to respondent admits that the following facts are true. Respondent was first licensed as a clinical mental health counselor in the state of Utah on or about July 7th, 2005. On or about August 31st, 2023, respondent was arrested on suspicion of aggravated child abuse. Respondent was subsequently charged with 6 counts of aggravated child abuse, all second-degree felonies in the 5th District Court case. A respondent does not herein admit any wrongdoing related to the allegations underlying the arrests and charges described above. So, respondent agrees that respondent's license to practice as a clinical mental health counselor in the state of Utah shall be immediately limited, meaning that the respondent shall not practice as a clinical mental health counselor in any way or manner until the allegations underlying the arrests and charges described above have been resolved by the respondent, entering into a disciplinary stipulated agreement with the division. Yeah. So she ran a business called Connections, where she gave advice about health, relationships, and parenting. Now, how does this have to do with anything? Ruby reached out to Jodi in 2019 to seek counseling with her husband. Ruby became interested in the program, and in 2022, Ruby became an official member and a business partner. Okay? And ever since then, they actually started making videos together. Now, on August 30th, police searched the house of Jodi Hildebrandt. Officers found a 10-year-old girl by the name of E. Jodi says she's renting a room to someone, an Airbnb. That's what she called it. This person is from Salt Lake City. Now, we later found out that it was to Ruby Franke, and she said, like, oh yeah, I assumed that she was home. Ruby Franke wasn't home. They find Jodi's safe room that only has a toilet and a sink. Now, that safe room is actually where they would put the kids when they were filming and didn't want them to be around. Police found Ruby's diary and cell phone. So there is a long video showing this, and I will be linking that video in the description, mainly because it would make this video way too long. Also, now Ruby's Franke's sisters and brother publicly stated that her arrest was necessary. They revealed that they had kept quiet for years to covertly protect her children, noting the family was indoctrinated by her business partner Jodi Hildebrandt. Meanwhile, her brother attributed Franke's actions to being brainwashed. So it was mainly Jodi's doing. And Jodi Hildebrandt, which is Jodi's niece, abused her as well.
The things that I experienced while living with Jodi, I experienced being tied, I experienced being duct taped, I experienced being blindfolded, I experienced severe isolation, I experienced severe emotional, spiritual, and psychological abuse. I experienced being told I shouldn't be around other people, being told that I was dangerous to be around. People were afraid of me to the point where I was afraid of myself. I was physically, I was forced to sleep outside in the snow. I was, like I said, isolated for up to 12 hours a day. If someone spoke to me directly, if I wasn't wearing duct tape on my mouth, I had to just stare at them and not respond, because she also had systems of people that would report back to her if I broke any of these rules. And her whole thing, which is deeply, darkly ironic, is that everything stems from shame, and how horrible shame is, and that all of the reason, like all of mental illness, all tics, so like OCDs, addiction, everything stems from shame, which is just horrifying, because she is the greatest perpetuator of shame.
Interesting. So Shari actually spoke out about her side of the story. Here's what she said.
I don't come today as the daughter of a felon, nor as a victim of an abnormally abusive mother. I come today as a victim of family vlogging. My goal is not to present any idea of a solution to this problem, but to shed light on the ethical and monetary issues that come from being a child influencer. Many child influencers are paid for their work, as I was, and this money has helped me in my adult life. However, this payment was usually a bribe. For example, we'd be rewarded $100 or a shopping trip if we filmed a particularly embarrassing moment or an exciting event in our lives. Or other times, simply going on vacation was expected to be payment enough, because most kids don't get to go on regular and expensive trips. Never mind the fact that the child's labor is actually what paid for the vacation or trip. But despite any monetary payment children may receive, don't let this excuse the 24/7 labor that these children are subjected to. I don't come today as the daughter.
I'm gonna be so honest with you guys. I never liked it when family channels are just, when parents are like, hey, little, Tommy, I know you're like 10 years old, but do you want to be in the video? That 10-year-old doesn't know what that means. Even if he says yes, he doesn't know what that means. No 10-year-old should be in the video, unless he's just like happens to be in the video like walking past and like, oh hey guys, bye guys, like, you guys know what I mean? Stuff like that. So Chad speaks out about like his last conversation with his mom.
When was the last time you spoke to your mom?
Yeah. Let me think. So she was arrested and I didn't hear from anyone at all. No one ever called me, talked to me. And then a week later I get a call from her, and I was with my sister in the kitchen, my older sister. And yeah, so she started the tape recorder, and I just got on, and you know, she was very still in the mindset of what I did was right, and I was now in the mindset of what she did was wrong. So it was kind of like an argument back and forth, and I was trying to help her see what she did was wrong. And we were talking in very spiritual ways, because that's the way she talks, and relating it to scriptural stories, and that's basically how we talk. Like, Mom, Jesus wouldn't do this. Mom, Jesus wouldn't do that. Jesus wouldn't hurt her kids like this. And it was the first, and I'm serious, this is the first time anyone has ever fought back on her, at least someone who's close to her. This is the first time someone has fought back on her in a long, long time.
Yeah.
And she told me, she said, you know, I hope God tells you who I really am. And, you know, immediately my, you know, red flag started clicking, and I was like, okay, she's still in this bad mindset. And then about like three or 5 days later, she called me again, and I couldn't even get a word off that whole call. She had 5 minutes to talk, and I didn't say a word. She just was bawling. She was just crying. And she's like, I've thought about everything you said, and I realized, like, you are completely right, and, you know, no one has ever talked to me that way, the way you talk to me, and, you know, I realized what I've done is wrong. And then she started talking about money, because a week before she was arrested, my savings account, everything I earned from the YouTube channel, wiped. Zero. No money. And to this day, I still haven't gotten that back. So everything I earned from that 8 Passengers channel, I have nothing now from it. So it's just crazy. And she finally, in that call where she was crying, she said, I promise I'll get every penny back to you. I'll talk to my lawyer, and, you know, we're going to work through things. And, you know, I love you. I love my parents, because she had no relationship with her parents for so long. And she finally was like, I want to have a relationship back with everyone. And I'm super sorry. And, you know, at the very end of the call, you know, she said, I love you, I got to go. And then I did say, I love you back, because hearing her vulnerable like that, I hadn't heard that from her ever.
Yeah.
In years. And if, like, I know a lot of people say, you know, she's got crocodile tears, she fakes it, but that phone call for 5 minutes, I couldn't, unless she's the greatest actress in the world. To me, it felt so real. And
you felt it was genuine.
That phone call, knowing my mom, was a genuine phone call. So that was the last time I've spoken to her. Just because, you know, I said I love you, and just because she was extremely apologetic, doesn't mean I should have a relationship with her right now. And perhaps down the road, and when I say down the road, I mean like down the road, I'll open that back up again. But yeah, that was the last.
See, we don't know how much she really abused her kids off camera, because with R and E, it was physical and emotional. With Chad and Shari, she still abused them, but like, we don't know how bad it was. So it is really hard to, like, yes, like, when your abuser's like, yeah, I'm really sorry for, like, when they realize, like, yeah, crap, I realized what I did was wrong. I personally wouldn't expect a victim of an abuser to all of a sudden have a relationship, like, get a relationship back with their abuser, because, like, yes, that is his mother, but like, she still abused him and neglected him in ways we don't really know. It's very understandable on why he doesn't want to start an immediate relationship with her again. So that is pretty much it, guys. I will have a part 2 out, and that part 2 is all dedicated to reading Ruby's diary. Okay, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.
They're gonna think you're torturing him. Stop it. I know you're not, but it looks like you are. Okay. I'm only gonna say it one more time, and then you're gonna lose the privilege to eat dinner.
Very appreciated.
What are you doing over there? You no texting at the dinner table. No texting.
Let me see it. Let me see it.
I see it.
We should clarify that in our house, all our kids know that cell phones are free game for parents, so we can monitor safety.
Yeah, no kid ever said, "Yay, I'm so glad my parents read my text messages." Said no.
What is this? I really like you. Hold on.
I did not say that.
How do you work this stupid phone?
The only downside to giving your kids a flip phone is I swear I have to remember how to work it every time I go through it. Who are you texting?
No one.
Any girlfriend?
Whoa. I really like you. I saw you in my dreams last night.
I'm telling you, it's not her, it was her brother. Look, go down. She said, "I'm so sorry, that was my brother."
Did
How
she?
do I go?
I saw you in
Oh my gosh, sorry, that was my brother. What is the nature of your relationship with this individual? I mean, there's like 300 texts in here.
Do you like her, or do you just like her? She's a new friend.
That is really, really messy. I don't know.
I seen him with her, and he likes her.
Does she like you back?
Probably. No, she thinks he's annoying.
My bedroom was taken away for 7 months, and then you give it back like a couple weeks ago.
I don't think our viewers know that.
You've been sleeping on a beanbag.
I've been sleeping on a beanbag since October, and they gave my room back like 2 weeks ago. Oh, I'll give you the reason why I lost my bedroom. I think so. I think this is the reason. At least this is the reason that's been in my head. It's pretty funny, but now that I look back, I mean, it's pretty depressing.
No, we never told our viewers.
That I woke Russell up at 2 in the morning and told him that we're going to Disneyland and he has to pack. And he got up and made his bed all neatly and then packed all his clothes in a suitcase. And then he walked out the door and I'm like, Russell, and he's like, what? And he's all happy. Has his sunglasses on.
Do you think it's funny? Because...
And then I walk out and...
If you think it's funny, then you... That was 7 months ago. Maybe you need longer without a bedroom.
It was not funny.
Russell got the big bedroom and Chad got the smaller bedroom. And Russell's bigger bedroom also had a bathroom. But what you guys didn't know was Chad didn't get any room. He didn't get anything. He was sleeping on the floor in the family room. Abby, we took the phone away from Abby in November. And you may never get the phone back.
Probably not.
No, I have no friends.
You can play with friends.
No, like I don't have friends.
I don't have friends either.
I literally like told my friends I'm not hanging out with them anymore because they say some pretty messed up stuff.
I don't even know where they live. They're pretty far away.
So, summer goal, become the best athlete I possibly can.
If you cut one more thing in my house,
we're chopping its head off.
I'm going to take the scissors, look at me, and I'm going to cut its head off.
Grandma will be so mad.
So what are you going to do?
Are you going to cut anything else? No.
You promise? Look at Mama. I just got a text message from Eve's teacher, and she said that Eve did not pack a lunch today, and can I bring a lunch over to the school? This happens quite often when you're raising children, because I know that her teacher is uncomfortable with her being hungry and not having a lunch, and it would ease her discomfort if I came to the school with a lunch. But I responded and just said, Eve is responsible for making her lunches in the morning, and she actually told me she did pack a lunch. So the natural outcome is she's just going to need to be hungry. And hopefully nobody gives her food and nobody steps in and gives her a lunch.